Biscoff caramel slice. Oh my gosh, so this is a childhood classic. It is probably my favorite childhood dessert, and it is so simple. So for this one though, I wanted to include Biscoff because Biscoff makes everything better. So for the base, I used Biscoff biscuits. In the caramel layer, I used Biscoff spread, and then in the topping layer, I also used Biscoff spread, and then I topped it with a Biscoff biscuit. I mean, take a shot for every time I said Biscoff. Anyways, so you're going to start by making that biscuity buttery crumb. I'll list the recipe on my Instagram, which is Sassy Sprinkles Cakery, and you can find it there. And all you need to do is line a cake tin. Now, I made sure that the sides of the cake tin had that little bit of baking paper sticking out. You'll see why at the end. But anyway, what you're going to do is just pat down all of that biscuit crumb nice and firmly so it's all firmly packed, and you're going to get started on your caramel layer. So this is pretty much your standard caramel slice recipe, but with a twist. So I don't use golden syrup, I use treacle. It just gives me more of a molassesy, caramelly, deliciousney, whatever flavor. Anyway, and then I'm going to also add some Biscoff spread into this caramel layer just because it's a Biscoff caramel slice. Now, the trick to a caramel slice, and I'm pretty sure that everyone will agree, is that sometimes it doesn't set. You want to know why? Because you don't cook your caramel long enough on the stove and in the oven. So you're going to make sure that you stir this caramel until everything is nice, melted, combined, but you need to make sure that it's bubbling before you pour it over your biscuit layer. So here you see, yep, beautiful. Oh my God, don't you dare be tempted to stick your finger in there. I swear, I can see you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare stick your finger in there. It is piping hot and you do not want to have any burns. So make sure you're very careful when you're doing this. And if you're, a young person, please make sure you have an adult with you because I've burnt myself a few times. So you're going to make sure that you keep mixing. Do not leave it unattended or else that caramel is going to burn. See, like this, bubbling? Yes. There you go. Now you know that your caramel is ready. So we're going to pour that over the biscuit base. Lovely. Oh my God, if I could swim in this. Anyway, once you've done that, pour it all over, smooth it out, and make sure it's nice and even. Just tap the cake tin as well, just to get out any air bubbles. And then you're going to chuck this in the oven. Now that is the secret. It's not really a secret because it's, everyone does it. But anyway, until it looks like this. It looks burnt, but I promise it's not burnt. Now you're going to actually set that in the fridge. I just did it overnight because I didn't have time. But anyway, set it over in the fridge, and then you're going to create your topping. Now, traditionally, it's a milk chocolate or dark chocolate topping. But for me, I wanted to make it Biscoff. So I added white chocolate and some Biscoff spread, kind of like equal parts. And this set up so beautifully. And it was just super nice. And you know what? Usually you add a bit of oil to your chocolate to make sure that you can cut it, but you did not need